Very warm and a hearty welcome to each and every one of you on BYJU'S exam prep. Friends, today we bring to you a very important session, and this session will predominantly be on one of the most important things that you as a student who is preparing for CLAT as well as other host of examination should know. Today, I'm going to discuss with you about legal maxims. So what exactly are legal maxims? What do they signify? And secondly, what are those important legal maxims that we as students who are preparing for this examination should be aware of? Now, first and foremost, before we discuss the important legal maxims, let me just give you an introduction to what legal maxim is. Now, legal maxims, today what we are discussing, are those important Latin words. These are certain foreign words which signify a particular principle of law. So legal maxim happens to be those two-word, three-worded, four-worded things which signify a particular principle of law. For example, act of God. I'm sure since you have read law of torts, you know what is act of God. Now, that very three-word act of God signifies a lot of important things. So henceforth, in today's session, I shall be precisely discussing with you certain very important legal terms. Now, one very important thing is that people who are appearing or will be appearing for CLAT and other law entrance examination, should students know these legal terms? Now, if you are preparing for CLAT, now the kind of questions you get in CLAT are all passage based questions. So there will be a particular passage. Now, suppose this particular passage deals with certain legal maxims. So certain legal terminologies are inside that particular passage. So if you do not understand the words, legal maxims, which are ingrained in the passage, then it will be difficult for you to understand the entire passage itself. So for you to understand the passage well, unless and until you understand the passage, how will you solve the questions? Because the questions are all related to the passage. Remember that. And henceforth it becomes important for each and every one of you to understand legal maxim. So a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for your wishes. Happy Teachers Day, Nisha. Thank you so much. Neha, Pallavi, Naman, Sonal, Sandra. Thank you so much. It makes my day when you give me those lovely wishes, okay? Yes, it is the 5th of September and we are celebrating Teachers Day. Okay, so let's get started with today's session, okay? Thank you very much for your wishes. So guys, let's get started. The first legal maxim that is on your screen. So, okay, so you have to tell me what is the correct answer to actionable per se. What do you mean by the term actionable per se? Does it mean for the case or end at hand? Does it mean the meeting of minds? Does it mean in good faith? Or does it simply mean the very fact is punishable and no proof of damage is required? What do you understand by the term actionable per se? Okay. So Nisha Agnihotri says D, Asmita says D, Priya says D, Shivam Ray says D, Sonal Upadhyay says D. If you all say D, then the answer has to be D. Yes. Now the word actionable per se, the word actionable per se, the word actionable per se simply means that the very act is punishable and no proof of damage is required. Now suppose someone is playing loud music in the middle of the night and the entire colony is disturbed. Now, whether a person is able to sleep or not able to sleep is a different act. The very act that you are playing loud music in the middle of the night is punishable. So, the very act, when you perform an act, whether damage is caused or not caused, is not required. Is that clear? Let's see. The actions that do not require the allegations or proof of additional facts to constitute a cause of action. Okay, just because an act has taken place, it is punishable, it is actionable. Is that clear to each and every one of you? Is that clear to every one of you? Fantastic. Great to see you guys. Okay, so guys, more likes, more shares for each and every one of you today. Okay, moving on to the next one. The next legal maxim is essentio mentum. What do you mean by essentio mentum? Does it mean meeting of minds? Does it mean in good faith? Does it mean an argument directed at the person? Or does it mean injury without damage? Which of the following is the correct answer? Essentio mentum. Okay. Now, this is a particular legal maxim that deals with law of contracts. Okay. Let me just change the color so that it is visible to all. Okay. So, it deals with law of contracts. It simply means meeting of minds. When you enter into a contract, when you are entering into a contract, the meeting of minds between the offerer and the acceptor is required. Okay, both must agree to the same thing in the same sense. Okay, same thing in the same sense. That is what we understand by essentio mentum. Most of you gave me the right answer. Shivam, Nisha, Prerna, very good, fantastic. Great to see you guys. Great to see that you guys are doing so great. Okay, so the correct answer is of course A, and the meaning is meeting of minds with regards to the terms and conditions of a contract. So both the parties must agree to the same terms and conditions of a contract. Is that clear? Okay, moving ahead. The next one is pacta sunt servanda. What do you mean by pacta sunt servanda? Option A, treaties are legally binding. B, act of God. C, goods without an owner. Or D, with the intention of making a will. What do you mean by pacta sunt servanda? Now the word pacta comes, and today we read in English, we know it, pact. Okay, it's a pact. So what does it mean? Fantastic. Most of you are giving me the right answer. Asmita Singh, 3AA. Okay, Shivam, yeah, absolutely, all of you. All of you got it right. Okay. It is A, that treaties. Now, this deals specially with international law. Now, when two or more than two countries, listen to me very carefully, when two or more than two countries agree to do something, okay, now there can be a treaty, a peace treaty between three or more than three countries. There can be trade deals, trade treaties between two countries, three countries, 10 countries, 50 countries. So, treaties are legally binding. Especially this concept, especially is deeply rooted in international law. Okay. So what does it mean? It means it's a principle of civil law as well as international law and common law. It is not common, it is common. Common law. Now, it refers to private contracts, stressing that contains clauses are to be termed as laws. So, when the treaties, a treaty will have certain terms and conditions. Both the parties must accept them and must act upon it. That is the meaning of pacta sunt servanda. Fantastic. Great to see you guys. Okay, moving on. The next one. Question number 4. Bona vacancy. What do you mean by bona vacancy? Does it mean goods without an owner? Does it mean let the seller beware? Does it mean to the extreme contrary? Or does it mean the law does not note trifling matters? What do you mean by bona vacancy? Please tell me, please give me the right answer right away. Okay, please, I want to see everyone. Okay, Priyanka Bharti, okay, Shivam Mishra, Sonal, Debadrita, Jay, everyone. Okay, everyone says A. Fantastic. And it is definitely goods without an owner. Okay, so a goods which do not have an owner. Suppose you find out a 10 rupee note. Suppose you find out a 10 rupee note lying in the street. Now that 10 rupee note does not have an owner. So that property will be referred to as bona vacancy. Very good. Fantastic. Great to see all of you doing so well. Okay. So this is a legal concept that is associated with property which has no owner. Okay. A property without an owner is called bona vacancy. Is that clear? It can be movable as well as immovable property. Okay. Fantastic. Moving on. Question number 5. Question number 5 is up there on your screen. What do you mean by persona non grata? Okay. What do you mean by persona non grata? Does it mean by the fact itself? Does it mean person not wanted, state recognition of law, or the principle of equity? Persona non grata. It means person who is not wanted. Okay, person who is not wanted. Now, a terrorist. Suppose there is a terrorist. Is he welcomed in India? No, he is not. A person who is not wanted in a particular country. Now, this particular concept also exists in international law. This is a particular concept that exists in international law. Now, Osama bin Laden, if he was alive, was he welcomed in India? No, he is not. Okay. So, it refers to foreign person whose entry or remaining in a country is prohibited. If someone whose entry is prohibited in a country, or with, suppose a person is a big, smuggler, he is in India, he is a persona non grata, he is not welcomed in India, let him go back to any other country he wishes, but not in India. Have I made myself clear? Have I made myself clear? to each and every one of you, all of you. Great to see you guys. Okay, so guys, if you're liking this session, do press the like button, as well as do share this session with your friends and others who are also preparing for CLAT and other law entrance examination. Moving on to question number 6. What do you mean by alibi? What do you mean by the term alibi? Does it mean a friend of the court? Does it mean from somewhere, from elsewhere? Does it mean equity follows the law? Or does it mean at another place? What do you mean, or what do you understand by the term alibi? Alibi simply is a defense especially in criminal law. So in criminal law, it's the defense. Now, what does this defense say? Now, suppose there is an allegation against B. Suppose there is an allegation against Mr. A that Mr. A has committed a murder in Goa on 5th of September 2022. That is today. Now, if he can prove that he was not in Goa on 5th of September 2022, it is a defense. It is a defense. That is what we understand by alibi. Okay, very good. Most of you have given me the right answer, all of you. It's a claim or a piece of evidence when an act, typically a criminal one, is alleged to have taken place. In a criminal action, a defense that the defendant was somewhere else when the crime was committed. That means if he says that on 5th of September 2022, I was in Chennai, I was not in Goa, I have a hotel booking. That is an evidence. Am I clear to each and every one? Did you all understand? Okay. Did you all understand? Okay, fantastic. Great to see that. Moving on. Question number 7. Ipso facto. What do you mean by the term ipso facto? What do you mean by the term ipso facto? Now, ipso facto simply means, tell me, all of you, fast, everyone should give me the right answer. Okay, great. Yes, the correct answer is by the very fact itself. The very fact itself. The very fact that you have, suppose a doctor, he has committed negligence. He has done something wrong on a patient, has done something. The very fact itself, the fact that the doctor has committed this act is a punishable offense under the law. Okay, is that clear? Now, it's a Latin phrase which means that a specific phenomena is a direct consequence of the action. Now, suppose a lady on whom an operation was done falls sick within 1 day of the operation and he dies. And later on, it is in the post-mortem report, it is shown that the doctor did not perform his duty properly. So, a specific phenomena is a direct consequence of your action. That is what we understand by ipso facto. Okay. Moving on. Jus cogens. Okay. What do you mean by jus cogens? Please tell me. What do you exactly understand by the term jus cogens? The word jus cogens is in relation with international law. So the word jus cogens deals with international law. Okay, all of you. Okay, everyone is giving me all the answers correctly. Very good. It's a preparatory norm of general international law. So there are certain general international law which are accepted by people at large, by most of the civilized nation, that you cannot enter into someone else's country. There must be a good diplomatic relation with each and every country. So there are certain general norms of international law. That is what we understand by jus cogens. Okay? Okay? These are the fundamental principles of international law that is accepted by the international community, that is most of the civilized country. Now, we cannot count over here North Korea, right? On a lighter note. Okay, fantastic. Great to see that. Great to see all of you. Very well done. Very well done. So, are you liking this session? If you are liking, do press the like button. Do share this session with as many friends as you want to, because these sessions are very, very important for your preparation. Moving on. Question number 9. Question number 9 is, what do you mean by the term Pari Pasu? What do you mean by the term Pari Pasu? What do you understand by the term Pari Pasu? An amount in proportion in the opinion of the court, or does it mean on an equal footing? The word Pari Pasu refers to on equal footing. Okay, very good. Those of you who could answer this question, very, very good. Okay, very, very good. Pallavi, Shivam, Nisha, Debadrita, Aditi, Sonal, Asmita. Yeah. So Pari Pasu simply means on an equal footing. Okay, when two or more assets are equally managed without any discrimination. Okay, now if things are managed without any discrimination, certain assets are managed, okay, on equal footing. Question number 10. Question number 10 is up there on your screen. What do you mean by non sequitur? What do you mean by the term non sequitur? What do you understand by it? Please tell me the correct answer. Now, let me just explain to you. Suppose you are arguing that men and women are all equal, but your conclusion says women should not be allowed to enter a temple. You are saying men and women both are equal, and your conclusion comes women cannot enter a temple. Now, this kind of statement is inconsistent. You are arguing something and your conclusion is coming something different. You are arguing something and your conclusion is absolutely different. Okay? A conclusion or a statement that does not logically follows from the previous arguments. Is that clear? Everyone. Every one of you. Okay? Sonal, it's not C. Nisha, it's not C. Okay? Everyone? Very good. Moving on. 11. What do you mean by Ibim fight? What do you understand by this particular Latin maxim? Okay, everyone, first, reason for deciding the judgment in utmost good faith, as much as deserved, the principle that courts abide by. And the correct answer is in utmost good faith. Okay, it's called, in good faith. Very good. Most of you have given me the right answer. Very good. Very good. Proud of you. Now, this means that all parties to an insurance contract must make full declaration of their material facts. I'll give you an example. Suppose Mr. A wants a medical insurance. Now, suppose he had suffered from an injury or from certain major operation, and he does not tell it to the insurance company. Now, that is not right. Utmost good faith. Fight simply means that especially in a contract of insurance, you must make full and fair declarations about all material fact for the purposes of getting that medical insurance. Isn't it? Isn't it, guys? Okay. Okay, there is a question called how to use BYJU'S app. You have to just download the BYJU'S app. Three folks. Just download the BYJU'S app and get started with. Okay, just download the BYJU'S app and get started with. Okay, you don't have to think much. Okay. Okay, chalo. Let's move on. Question number 12. Vox populi. What do you mean by vox populi? It's a very important legal maxim, and each and every one of you should be able to give me the right answer. Yes, yes, yes. You guys are absolutely right. It is the voice of the people. In a democracy, it is the people who choose their leaders. In a democracy, it is the people, we elect our leaders. We choose our representatives who in turn rule us. So vox populi simply refers to the fact that at the end of the day, in a democracy, the people, the voice of the people matters and nothing else. Okay, very good. Okay, it means voice of the people. Very good, fantastic, everyone, great. The next one is corpus delicit. Okay, I think the answer is given in this very slide itself. Okay, corpus delicit means, as you see, it is, corpus means the body. Corpus, habeas corpus, corpus means the body. And delicit means of the crime. Suppose a murder weapon or the body of the person who has been killed. So that is called corpus delicit, the body of the crime. It can be the murder weapon, a knife also. Is that clear? Everyone? Samajh mein aa raha hai? Sabko? Okay, fantastic, great. Okay. Now, this is called the material substance, such as the body of the victim or the murder weapon. It is called the body of the crime. Okay, so it is the essential facts which are referred to. Okay, which are referred to specially in crime. Though this particular principle comes under law of crimes. Okay, keep that in your mind. Question number 14. De minimis lex non curat. What does it mean? De minimis lex non curat. What does it mean? It's a very simple thing. Now, suppose your neighbor, suppose there was a wind, there's a lot of storm in your area, and one small, plant has flown away from your neighbor's apartment to your apartment. Can you go to the court? Can you tell during this storm, a small plant came from my neighbor's home to my home, give me compensation? No. The law does not notices small little trifling matters. You cannot go to a court if somebody has spit in front of your house. Can you go to the court? Can you go to the court? Of course, it is wrong. Of course, this should not be done, but people do it. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear to everyone? Okay, fantastic. So the correct answer is, it's a principle of common law where judges will not sit in judgment for extremely minor transgressions. Small little things judges are not there for. Okay, you need to solve it out. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Great to see that. Okay, moving on. Question number 15. What do you mean by ex post facto? What do you mean by the term ex post facto? Anyone? What do you understand by the term ex post facto? Does it mean by reason of a subsequent act? Does it mean of the same kind? Amongst other things, by that very fact. Which of the following is the right answer? And the correct answer, very good, is by reason of a subsequent act. Now, we all understand that an enactment of a law, okay, when a law is enacted. Now, it is a law that retroactively changes a legal consequence, ex post facto law. Any law, now in our constitutional law, we have Article 13, which deals with ex post facto law. Now, there were many laws before the constitution came into being. Now, Article 13 says fundamental rights are supreme. In case of fundamental right, in case an earlier law, any law that was there before the constitution came into place, is violative of the fundamental rights, then such a law has to be removed from the law books. That is what we understand by ex post facto law. Question number 16. Volenti non-fit injuria. Volenti non-fit injuria. Very easy. Suppose you put your hand on the fire and your hand is burnt. Can you claim any compensation? So if you are aware of the danger, if you are aware of the danger in a particular activity, you go to the boxing ring. You go to the boxing ring and you start fighting. Somebody punches you. Some blood comes out from your nose. Can you claim compensation? The answer is no, you cannot just claim compensation for that. That is what we understand by volenti non-fit injuria. Very, very good. All of you have done it well, so well. Fantastic. Nisha, Aditi, Pallavi, Sandra, Shivam, Neha, Onkar, Jay Mishra, Rahat. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Great to see that. Okay. Moving on. Okay. So as I said, it's a doctrine that voluntary non-fit injuria. If you voluntarily expose yourself to an injury and thereafter you get some damage, you cannot claim any compensation for the same. Are you guys liking this session? Okay. And I just wanted to know how many of you have still not downloaded the BYJU'S exam prep app. All of you must download the BYJU'S exam prep app because it gives you a lot of things. Mock test, questions, you get quizzes and and of course material. What should you read? What should you not read? These are all being stated over there. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Each and every one of you. Okay, fantastic. Moving on. Question number 17. Ubi jus ebi remedam. What do you mean by ubi jus ebi remedam? It's a principle of common law which says that if your legal rights are violated, there is definitely a remedy for the same. So, where there exists a right, there is also a remedy for the violation of that right. Am I clear? Where there is a right, there is also a remedy for that, for the violation of that right. So the correct answer is yes. All of you got it right. Very good. For every wrong, there is a remedy. When one's right is denied, the law provides a remedy for the violation of the right. Am I clear? Am I clear, everyone? Okay. Question number 18. The next maxim. Q facet per alium facet per se. What does it mean? He who acts through another acts by himself for the wrong committed by the servant, provided he is doing the authorized act and the wrong has been committed during the course of employment. Who is liable? The master is liable. So if I ask someone to do an act on behalf of me and he thereby commits a wrong, who will be liable? Me. Am I clear? So the correct answer is option A. It's the fundamental legal principle of law of agency, which says that liability of an employer for the acts of his employee. For the wrong committed by the servant, the master is held liable. For the wrong committed by the agent, the principal is held liable. And for the wrong committed by one of the partners in a partnership firm, all the partners can be held liable. Is that clear, everyone? Moving on. Question number 19. Question number 19 is up there on your screen. Yes, tell me, what do you mean by this particular Latin maxim? Tell me. The word just naturally. The word just naturally. What does it mean? Simple. Now, the word just naturally means natural law. Laws of the nature. You have a fundamental right to freedom of speech. Now, that is a natural law. Why has nature given us a mouth and a tongue? We have a stomach to eat. So we have a right to food, right to clean air. Breathing is a very essential thing. All animals do. So the law of the nature is referred to as just naturally. Okay. Correct answer is the natural law. Very good. Certain rights are inherent to human nature. Either you believe in nature or you believe in God, whatever it is, there are certain rights which are absolutely inherent to human beings. Now, that is called the fundamental ideas of what is right and what is wrong. That is called natural law. Okay, just naturally. Okay, just naturally. Moving on. Next, and the final one, the last, mala in se. What do you mean by the term mala in se? Tell me fast. Now, the term mala in se simply means something that is evil, something that is wrong, something that is bad, something that is wrong, something that is unjustified, something that is bad by the very self. Yes, it is option. Very good. It is option D, bad in themselves. Okay. Most of you have given me the right answer except Rahat. Yeah, mala means bad. Yeah. Mala fide means with bad intention. The word mala means something that is bad. Okay. Very good. Fantastic. So, the correct answer is option D, bad in themselves. The phrase is used to conduct assessed as sinful, inherently wrong by nature, independent of other governmental regulation. Okay, something that is bad, like theft. Theft is absolutely bad. Something that is evil, something that is wrong. Mala in C. Okay, so how was this session? How much did you like this session? Tell me. Did you like the session? If you have liked today's session, do press the like button. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do press the like button, and definitely we have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, as well as we are on Telegram also. Click on the description box and find the link. Okay, click on the description box and find the link for our Telegram channel, Facebook page, Instagram page. Okay, so with this we come to the end of this particular session. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great evening. Yes, we will come up with a whole number of revision classes. Neha, thank you. Kriti, Priyanka, thanks a lot. And thanks a lot for your wonderful Teachers' Day wishes. Thank you very much. I am grateful to each and every one of you. So guys, with this, we come to the end of this session. Have a great evening. Have a great week ahead. Bye-bye. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.